Hey y'all, I just want to come on and talk about this Kim Burrell person. I guess she's a pastor or something. Made some controversial remarks, got everybody all in a tizzy. So I want to come on and talk about that, give my opinion. I'm going to play the clip first, and then I'm going to come back with my thoughts about it. Okay.
Some value. Sometimes before we get friends, we have to do an interview. How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed your name on your light bill? How many of your bills in your little cousin's name? You live in a trailer home or a house. You understand. It's not about status or material things. It's just about choices. Life is different now. And we're in church. Thank God we're here. Those of us who are my faith and our backs. And no vaccine. And so, we honor the Lord. God is good. I respect all of the men of God here. And respect you. Can y'all clap so I don't feel strange right about now? Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet each other. If y'all invite me to come to your church. I'm not as expensive as it seems. I don't know. Maybe you got a little left over from your PPP. Prayer, praise, and power. You understand? Amen. Isn't the Lord great? Amen. Amen. And so, I like coming here because the ground is already tilled with great personality like Dr. Karn. Because one thing I love about him, he's deep in the word, but he knows how to have great humanity. And most don't understand his personality because he is truth personified. And he tells the type of truth that makes most uncomfortable. Because who likes to be told you're just ugly? No one likes to be told that. Especially when they have realized it. All right. Most don't get offended until they know the bad thing about themselves. And then somebody else recognizes and says, oh, I saw the ugly too. I just want to let you know. So anyway, y'all get that later. God is great. All of you are beautiful. I haven't chosen anyone to be ugly yet. God is good. God is great. Y'all look great. Most of you have on hats covering most of that anyway. Here's to you.
Okay, you just saw that. Now, the first thing I want to say is I don't take none of these famous churches, celebrity pastors, I don't take any of them really seriously anymore. I mean, they're all looking for like this gimmick, this wow factor, for like clickbait, so to speak. So they're all trying to see what they can do to get everybody's attention, to get everybody all shaken up, so they can possibly get like new members or something like that. So it's like a performance. So, and then once they go viral, they will get the new members, and people will become members of the church just to say, oh, I go to the new famous church, with the famous pastor and everything, taking pictures with the pastor, posting them, people will do that. Anything for clout, anything for attention, validation, stuff like that. So, I feel like I said, I don't take any of this seriously for the most part. Now, the people who have been members before all of this, because like I said, I don't really follow Kim Burrell. I don't know if she's always like this. I doubt that she's been like this since she's been a pastor. But if she has been, or if this is a new thing, then I feel like the people who are already members, hey, if they like it, I love it. Like if they like being talked to like that by their pastor, then who is anybody else to say that they should go to a different church or they shouldn't like it? And the people who don't like it, I feel like they're probably either just too scared or too embarrassed to walk away from the church or to walk away from her or anything like that because they don't want to be talked about. They've been there forever. Their family is there forever or something like that. Or maybe they'll say, oh, they'll think, oh, people will say that I knew she was talking about me. I mean, because she was talking pretty reckless, she was. And I've been to churches where pastors have done that, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, I will say this, though. I think that the PPP loan comment that she made, I think that was a little telling, to say the least. I mean, she's talking to other pastors of churches about their PPP loan or referencing their PPP loan, and if they have any left, that they can pay her for it, pay her with it to come to their church and everything. She's not that expensive, and she's laughing, with this little mischievous laugh. I think that was a bit much because, all the fraud surrounding the PPP loans, plus all of the misappropriating of funds surrounding churches and tithing and everything like that. I don't think you want to marry the two together and then start laughing, like you done got over on somebody or something like that. So I thought that was a bit much. I don't think she should have said that. It made me raise an eyebrow, it made me give her the side eye a little bit. She did clean it up when she was like, oh, prayer, praise, and power. But for me, by that time, the damage was already done. Now, with all of that being said, do I think overall that what she said was wrong or anything that she said was wrong? Not really. I mean, I think it was out of place. It shouldn't have been said at that time in that space by that person. But do I think what she said was wrong? No. It's not really wrong to have a vetting system when you're considering friendships or relationships with people. I mean, that's not wrong to want to know what people have, what their ambitions are, what they don't have. Now, you wouldn't probably do like a whole interview process like she was saying. You got a house, you got to do, how much money you made, who your light bill name in, whose name is your light bill in. All that was a bit much. But it's not wrong to have a vetting system, It's not wrong to know your value and know your worth and charge people for your services. I mean, that's technically not wrong. I mean, and some people do act ugly and create chaos in their lives and other people's lives. So none of the things that she said was really wrong. It was just unexpected to be said by that person in that setting. You don't want to see a woman of the cloth. You understand, the house of the Lord. Nobody was expecting to hear that. So that's why I say, and I go back to saying, I believe it's all a gimmick. It's just something for like likes and views and everything. It's like the church equivalent to like twerking on the gram or something. I mean, like if you post a picture of your puppy dog, it's like you might get 14 likes. But post a picture of you twerking, you get 3,000 likes, 900 comments. And sometimes a lot of pastors take that approach and they do that. Like that's the church equivalent to like twerking on the gram. And she did it. She got her likes, she got her clicks, she got her views, and she'll get her members. And people will pay attention to her and know who she is. When they say Kim Burrell, everybody would know who she is. So, and like I said, she's not the only pastor to take that approach, and she's not the worst pastor. I mean, we all know pastors that have said way worse things than what she has said, have done way worse things than, stuff like that she has said and done. So it's not a new tactic that pastors are taking in order to get notoriety and to get fame for their church and stuff like that. My advice would be for people, I guess, to find a church home that fits and feels right to you. I mean, there'll always be people who feel differently than you do. There'll always be people who do the most for attention. There'll always be pastors who talk to people crazy. I mean, stuff like that's always going to happen. I mean, if people didn't want to see Kim speak, then they wouldn't come to see her speak. So I feel like even if they didn't know how she was before, after this, now they know. We'll see moving forward if people come to see her or not. Because that will be a message to her, and then maybe she can either change how she conveys her messages or just sit down and be quiet and not preach anymore. I don't know if she can't change the way she talks. But we'll see moving forward if people still go to her speeches, her sermons, whatever you want to call it. I guarantee you she'll probably get more members. She'll probably get more followers behind this because a lot of people probably feel the way she feels, like the shade, and if they don't like it, they're too afraid or embarrassed to say they don't like it. So it'll always be people like her. And there's a lot of people out here that are worse. So we'll see moving forward. All right.